Alright guys, so today we're going to be fitting some press fit rods and pistons together. So here we have our sample. So ZC piston, so see the tab there. The tab faces the exhaust. So got our fixture here, which is already set up. So basically you just set your height and how deep you want the pin. Sits in snug right there, and then it slides through. So actually have it set a little deep so that the rod is centered here on the pin. So this is the way I was taught to do it from a couple machine shops I worked at. So I've done electric rod heaters, gas rod heaters, acetylene torches, pretty much anything you could think of, and I found just the map torch. It's kind of the fastest way to do it. So let's go ahead and get going. Alright, so here we have our rod. So this has already been fitted with ARP rod bolts, torqued up. We clipped the caps and re-honed them to spec. So now we're going to put it on the piston. So you're going to want to make sure you get these nice and hot so that the pin goes all the way through and doesn't seize halfway through, because then you're going to have to press the piston off and then you're going to break the piston probably or distort it. So see how it's changing from blue to kind of that red-orange color? That means we got it about as hot as we need. Set this off, make sure our tangs are forward. And push it in and hold it all the way to the end because we set up our centering. We're going to let it cool for just a second. And now I can feel the rod has grabbed onto the pin. And we move back and forth, it's in place there. And that one's done. So now you can see why we had to center it there, because the rod is actually going to move slightly in the motor. So that one's done. So now we just repeat the process for the whole set, and that's it. So we got this set finished up. So this is stock single cam, P28 rods, P28 Nippon pistons. So this is for a spec class motor we're doing, where everything's got to be stock. So we got these ready, and on to the next set. Alright, so here's what we're working on today. So customer brought in some Nippon P72 pistons. And he's doing the LS motor, so B18. So he brought us his PR4 rods. We clipped the caps, resized these, fit them for ARP rod bolts. And then we go to fit them, and they don't fit. Because the GSR rod is narrower than the LS rod. So, fix these up on our mill. And we surfaced them down a touch. So now they will indeed be able to fit right in there as they should. And it's got just enough side clearance. So I got one left here to cut, and then we'll go ahead and fit the pistons to the rods. Alright, so we got our LS rods cut down here. A nice chamfer on them so our pin will go in smooth. So we got these narrowed up to fit in the GSR piston. So we're going to go ahead and fit those together now. Alright, so we got these all finished up. Here's the narrowed LS with the P72 GSR pistons. Back in there. Here's our spec set of P28 pistons and rods. Fitted on, ready to go. And lastly, we have our LS rods with P73 Type R style Nippon pistons. All ready to go. So if you need any work like this done, go ahead and send us a message and I can get you sorted out.